All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew episode 1229. So they tell me. It's almost 1230. It's almost 1250. It's a lot of episodes. It's been a lot. This is the 30 minutes of free study for the FINRA NASA exams. It is going to help you get that SIE 6, 63, 26, 65, and Series 7 pass notice. Guys, this is awesome because it's going to show you some techniques. It's going to show you some content. It's going to show you how to get things right without knowing anything. I don't know what else we could possibly do except give you some positive mental attitude. My name is Andy. I'm the guy that gets the coffee, gets the scribbles on the notes that Brandy can't read. But you're not here for my secretarial work or my bad coffee getting. No, you're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know. So that way you too can get a pass notice. And that is what we're going to talk about tonight. And every Thursday night, I always talk about the same old thing. And people already heard it enough times, but I don't say it enough. But I only say it every time because it's the most important thing you could possibly do, which is consistency and keeping a schedule. It has got to be almost ritualistic. You have to stick to a routine. You have to make it a priority to make it happen. There's certain things in this world that we can't help. There are some people that are like, well, I don't have a spouse that's very supportive. I don't have a work schedule that's very supportive. I don't have kids that are very supportive. I've got little kids that every time I sit down to study, they want me to do something else. I got a schedule that's crazy. I got an office that's crazy. I got people around me that are crazy. Everybody's crazy and everybody's trying to not help me get this thing done. And I don't know what to do. It is just so difficult. It's so hard. It's like, can you make this so much easier? Can you make this to where I barely have to do work, but I can get a pass notice? Yep, that's what it sounds like to us. Because it's almost nearly impossible for us to say you nearly need to do nothing and you can get a pass notice. Because that's not the truth. You have to put in the work. You have to spend time quizzing. You have to sit there, make the time to get through the content. You have to take notes. You have to figure out where you're disconnecting in the questions. You have to look at all these answers and you have to decipher what it is, what it's saying to you. It's like going into the gym and saying, hey, six pack abs, lose 50 pounds, and I barely want to be here or use your machines. What do you suggest? Oh, by the way, did I tell you I like to eat everything I want? That's probably what's going to happen as you look at the front desk person. They're just going to stare back at you because it's nearly an impossible dream there. I'm not even saying it's realistic. I'm saying it's almost an impossible dream. And I think some people don't say these things out loud. What they want to happen, they don't realize how unrealistic it really is. So sometimes I think you got to write down exactly what you want to achieve and how much you're going to put into it and see if that makes sense to you. I think sometimes, have you ever been in the situation where you just like say something and you're like, man, when I say it out loud, that doesn't sound right. I think sometimes we overlook the power of writing things down and writing it out and then saying it out loud. You have to look at your schedule. You have to, I challenge you this weekend to look at your schedule, look at your goal, write it out, maybe even say it out loud to somebody, and then say to yourself, is that going to help me get to where I want to go? Is that going to help me achieve the goal I want? If I have you ever seen people want to lose weight or they maybe you struggle with, I don't know. Have you ever seen or heard people that say, I do I do everything they say. I eat right all the time. I do the exercise, but I can't seem to lose weight. Nothing happens. I promise you I don't eat that much. I don't even eat bad, right? And then doctors will suggest, okay, well, I want you to keep a daily log of everything you eat, what time you eat, and how much. And sometimes they even get into the detail of like weighing it out. And then, a lot of times people don't realize what they eat and how much they eat and what times of the day they eat and how adverse that is or how much of a challenge or what they're going against when when they say they want to achieve something like losing 50 pounds or whatever it is there is, and they're just not setting themselves up for that win. They're not setting themselves up to achieve that goal. So you got to write it out. You got to see what it is. You got to look at it. When Brandy was going through this, when I've gone through my own challenge of like losing 100 pounds, uh, every day, got to look at it. You got to say, am I doing this? I got to keep track of it. What did I eat today? What did I do today? What did I exercises did I do today? Did I walk today? Did I take, you know, drink enough water? Did I take enough quizzes? Did I go through the stuff that I know and I don't know? Did I go through the unanswered questions? Did I go through the answered questions? Did I go through those all the videos or half the content? It's massively surprising to me when someone says I didn't pass and then they tell me, "Oh yeah, but I didn't like get through all the content." Well, why didn't you get through all the content then? I don't know. It's too much time. Couldn't get it. Couldn't figure it out. It's complex. I promise you, if you're doing Kona, there's nothing that's least complex. We have so many videos on so many different topics, but the best thing about it is it's super simplified. If you haven't looked into our content yet, if you haven't got into it, if you haven't attended a mastery session on Mondays where Brandy goes over scheduling or studying, and so many times people go like, "Well, yeah, I tuned into your member session on Monday, but I already know how to study." I guarantee you, most of you are making a lot of study mistakes. A lot of you are doing what I said earlier when I was talking about how, you feel like you can't get nowhere, and everything's supposed to be working, but it's not working. It's because you haven't had any kind of accountability. You haven't written it out. You don't have these kinds of tips hitting you on a Monday. You don't have these things showing you how to help you out with this. They don't show Brandy shows you how to read it, how to be a better student of yourself, not just this stuff, but of yourself. A lot of people, the real struggle isn't the content, it's just the discipline of doing things. It's just the discipline and the consistency of doing things. It's just the discipline and the consistency of doing things. It has nothing to do with being smart enough. Has nothing to do with about the content being overwhelming. By the way, when you say the content is overwhelming, y'all realize what the job entails, right? You guys got to do a really important job to have these licenses. It's going to make sure that it's a very, it's legalities. Like you got to know some stuff. So it's not overwhelming. It's just that you keep looking at the entire mountain instead of looking at the next step. If you guys go and Google what a mountaineer says when they got to go climb Mount Everest, the first thing it says is they don't look at the whole entire mountain. They just look at the next step. You just do it one step at a time. We had a student and he was a doctor and he said, "You know how you eat an elephant?" Well, one, I wouldn't eat an elephant, but I get his point. He's all one bite at a time. It's one step at a time. It's just one thing at a time. So if you don't have a one day at a time, 1 week at a time, you don't have a laid out plan where it gets you through it in 21 days, which is Brandy and I have gone through this and through the history of all this people. Guys, really, honestly, all you need is 3 weeks of just being consistent and really locked in. You got to lock in for 3 weeks and you could do this thing. And if you don't have a program like that, I encourage you to check us out. Scan the QR code, hit the links. We got SIE 663, 2665 books, all to the point. Got Kona community on the Discord. You can take screenshots of your questions, put it up. Randy will help you out. We got a phone number there, 951-290-3077. Give us a phone, give us a call, give us a text, shoot us an email. We also got that QR code there. You scan it, get all the information you need, and get connected. All right, we have a schedule tomorrow. We have this 26 and 63 happening tomorrow. Brandy's going over test topics that are really important, really complicated. She's going to simplify it. She's going to give you some stuff that's going to help you pass these exams that people miss all the time on both sessions. The 26 and 63 are just law. It is the most black and white stuff ever. And the hardest thing about that is that they give you not a lot of time, and it's very much you got to leave your opinions at the door. You got black and white. You just got to go for it. So Brandy's going to show you on those topics how to do that, how to get past those questions, and really zero in on that stuff. So Make sure to check out those local times listings. Look for your email from Patreon, all you members, and get in there. Also, we have some spots open for the SIE Boot Camp. We have a lot now because we opened it up to the Zoom. So if you're in another state, you're in another country, as long as you got internet, you can lock into the SIE Boot Camp we're going to be doing on the 27th, 28th. All you got to do is scan the QR code or hit the links in the chat and register for this thing. And yeah, so scan the QR code, register for this boot camp. We're going to do 2 days. Each day we're going to do what is it? 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we're just going to go for it through that time. I know the 9 a.m. there is misleading because that is Pacific Standard Time. So if you're on Zoom, make sure to pay attention to what time that is in your local area. We'll have a lot more information going out for those who registered for the Zoom sessions. But if you're local to Southern California, that is 9 a.m. Southern California time. And we'll be in La Mirada. We'll be live in person. Brandy and I will be there. We're going to go through all this stuff. We got workbooks that we're going to be giving out. And we might have a couple of the SIE study guides that Brandy has there as well. So yeah, so check it out. We have members discount, non-members. You don't have to be a member, so you can have non-member entrance, and then also we have the members entrance. So scan the QR code, get registered, get in there, especially if you're going to be in person and live. We want to make sure that everybody wants to get in there, and we've never done this before. It's different. It's not your mama's boot camp. We're not just going to just throw tons of content at you and show you not how to apply it. We're going to show you some keywords. We're going to show you how to break it down. We're going to show you how to take the dang test. Only way we know how to do it.
Exactly.
So be there. All right, ready?
Yes.
All right, good, because I'm running out of air. I have caught the cold that the kids have. So if you were on after the brew on one of the days, I got told to put onions and garlic on my feet. I might be smelling like a deli tonight. So go ahead and Brandy, take it over. What do we got tonight? We got some questions. We got some techniques. We got some content. You're going to break it down like Charlie Brown?
Yeah.
They should just do what you do?
Absolutely.
All right, let's just get to it.
All right. All right. So, yeah, here we go. You ready? Very easy. Not violated, not violated, not a violation. Violated, not a violation. Guys, I have no time today. I just picked that.
Boom, that's what Diana did.
Yeah.
She's all, I ain't got time for that either, Brandy.
Yeah. Exactly.
I ain't got time for that.
This is a test topic, by the way.
Test topic.
This is a test topic.
Test topic. According to FINRA, NASA outlines. In case anybody wants to know that.
Time zone. That's why there's a lot of quiz questions about it. Oh,
yeah,
right.
Nobody needs to be called that early. Nobody needs to be called that late.
No. All right. I got the prime rate, the federal funds rate, the discount rate, the broker call loan rate. Now, this is where our content really makes life a lot easier.
Boom. Do you know what pops out to me? Prime and discount opposites.
No. Sorry.
Well, that's what well, I'm just going off techniques. Techniques, we always say the opposites. Always pay attention to that. 95% of the time, that's what it is.
That is true. 95% of the time, we do say that.
So if I didn't know anything, that's what I would have done. Apparently, I would have been wrong.
A little bit.
But I haven't even looked at the question yet. So,
no.
All fairness.
Exactly.
Dang, Brandon just shot me down. So all of you. So the other thing, I guess, would be like Diana, D is longest.
D is the longest. It's got like three. Like, why do we have a rate that is 3 words long? So lame.
So C is the only one that looks like Papa Bear to the kids, I guess. Like you got the feds feeding the banks. I don't know. That's how I look at it too. That's another one.
Yeah.
All right, just go ahead and teach.
I am. I'm going.
Show the question for goodness sake.
All right. So we've got the rate that commercial money center banks charge each other.
Oh, then that's bank to bank.
Exactly. It's that easy. That's literally like in some LEMs. This is like multiple pages.
You know that?
This is literally
we don't
how
know
I
that.
teach it.
Do you know what I call that?
Easy.
I call that the brochacho hookup.
Okay.
One bank goes to the other bank and says, "Yo, brochacho, give me a discount. We friends."
There you go. Wait, no, not discount.
Not discount. Hook
me.
I'm sorry, I know. He is the wrong word.
Well, yeah, because discount.
Hook me up.
Okay,
We're in the
okay,
same business.
there you go. Okay,
God, these words.
I know. One of the hardest things about this exam is
Words.
literalness of words. I swear. All right, I got the credit agreement. I got the
A personalities, you know what I'm saying.
yeah. I mean, I get you a
Nah,
personality.
you're a T
I
personality.
am, but I'm also ADD.
Nah.
I got no time. All right. Credit agreement, consent to loan agreement. That's actually not called agreement. It's called
Consent
a
to loan.
consent to loan form. Like that's what it's called wherever. So I'm just going to tell you that's the
Well, I'm
answer.
sure that would have been it in 1842 when they just had agreements and handshakes and they spit on each other's hands and shook them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we live in a world where that is no longer it.
No, you have
You have to
to.
have a form.
No, consents are optional.
Right. But you have to have a form.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, I could get into exactly why it's what that is, but I'm not doing that
Why? What?
tonight.
Not on a Thursday.
All right.
Be a
Uh,
member. Should go over it on test taking labs.
I got the caller's name. I got the name of the member broker dealer firm. I got the address at which the caller may be contacted. And then I have the address, which there's two addresses right there, of any securities issuer mentioned during the call. Of any securities issuer mentioned during the call. So if I'm calling you and I am recommending 10 different stocks to you, I would have to give you 10 different addresses. That's what D is saying. I feel like this is a little excessive.
I think that's a little no.
And so we look at it, we got the accept, and of course it's going to be
It's
the
not going to be
one
that one. It's the one that's
excessive.
it's the one that's a little extreme.
Yeah, it's too much. Exactly. It's too much. All right, I got the IRS, the Department of Justice, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and Financial Crimes Network. Now, we are studying securities here, so
D.
IRS might be something that we might be looking at, and financial crimes might be the other thing that we're looking at. We
So if one is taxes and the other one has to do with financial crimes.
right. So we're not dealing with the Department of
No.
Justice or the FBI. So now I have to look at my question, and it says the federal agency that's in charge of collection but and analysis of financial transactions. I'm gonna look. I looked at this and I'm like, are they missing a word here? Are they? And this is what I do with this particular question bank all the time. I question their questions. I say to myself, are they trying to
Well,
say financial transactions are taxes and they're just trying to confuse me?
I would okay, for me, again, you're probably gonna go no, but for me, IRS would have been something that I would have probably picked because I live in the world where IRS wants to collect, they analyze because they call it an audit, and then they do look at your financial transactions.
That's what I was thinking.
But the tenor in your voice and the fact that you highlighted that, I'm gonna assume that you just matched financial with financial and D. But I feel like that would be a stupid question based on this Q bank and probably not on the exam
100% because this leaves this very
because it could have been easily the IRS.
because charged with the collection of financial transactions. So basically, this question is just poorly written in a way of just saying they monitor
Yeah.
transactions.
So this isn't a question you shouldn't really take to heart, but
If you picked either A or D, I would not be mad at you, but the correct answer is D. And like Andy said, I literally just said, I'm just gonna guess here. I'm not gonna overanalyze. I'm just gonna say financial, boom. Because we always relate the FinCEN with bad stuff, but it's not always bad stuff. I
they
get
do
it.
analyze stuff. I mean, they're a crimes enforcement network. But I would assume crime, right? It automatically means
But
bad stuff.
I feel like this question purposely
When
left
is
out
crime a good thing?
I feel like this question purposely left out taxes and crimes to make you try to think harder.
Yeah, it's just a stupid question.
It's
It's going to
not
be way more
clever.
clear as far as everybody that's probably knows exams. You got to have it more clear.
I
So
feel like this is a chat GPT question.
I feel like Bob was trying to get a burrito at lunch early.
Okay. The order can be executed at 17 or higher, executed immediately, executed at 17 or lower, or only executed at 17. We don't.
B has no numbers. Only is it not true. Must is it not true. And B also, though.
And these are opposite. So I got 17 or higher, or I got 17 or lower. Now, if you
But B
guys,
wouldn't be a double dip. Oh, no, wait. You said the other one behind a lower. Okay, I got
yeah.
it now.
Now,
Sorry.
if you guys were in our SIE live session on Tuesday or watched the replay,
So you're saying the answer is between A and C based on the higher, lower opposites. B and D are probably not it because of the must and the only.
oh, yeah, I didn't see the must. Exactly. Now, I don't know about you, but I like to buy low
Sell high.
and I like to sell high. So if this question has a number in it and at 17, all I have to do is look for if is this a buy order or a sell order. I see my at 17 and it says to buy. Now, this question again is just to answer the question. It's an incomplete question as well because it would literally say limit or stop. It just doesn't say buy at 17, but
I'm assuming this is Snaplin.
yeah,
I'm
another
not gonna say their name.
it's
I mean,
another
they do
AI
watch it.
written.
So when you are watching this, because they do watch our session.
Read better.
Yeah, you guys.
Teach your AI better.
Yeah, this is horrible. And if you want a different Q bank and you are using this Q bank, let us know after the setting brew. We'll give you on to another different Q bank that works way better because that one sucks. And it's going to be different on the exam. And this brings me to another thing. Sometimes, guys, it's a good thing to switch up Q banks. There is a lot of people who study this stuff. They do have multiple Q banks. You don't need to overdo it. You don't need to have like 5 or 6 different Q banks. You don't need to have 3 Q banks. But if you are wondering if that applies to you, you could always reach out to us, scan the QR code, give me a phone call, give me a text, shoot me an email, hit up Brandy on Discord, wherever, and just ask us. And we'll tell you if you need to get a different Q bank. Because sometimes you're locked into these Q banks that are not really preparing you because that's not the way the exam really is, because of questions like you just saw. Those are horrible.
They're so bad.
Those are bad. But the techniques hold fast. Because even on a bad question, a good question, it doesn't matter. We got you. Make sure to lock in on it this weekend. Write out. If you are finding a disconnect on your results, write out what you do every day. Write out your plan. Don't just take our plan or any study plan, but write out your plan, what you're doing, and see if it lines up with the goal that you want to achieve. That's it. And I will tell you this right now, for all you overachievers, overthinkers, you don't need to have 6 to 8 hours every day to study this stuff.
And you don't need to read 5 different pieces of content on the same thing.
No, that's stupid.
Just
Sorry.
ours.
No, you don't need to log in hours. You just need to have good quality.
No, I meant just ours.
Right.
Just ours.
Guys, whatever it is, make it consistent, work on that discipline, and just make it happen. Write out your plan. Members, we'll see you on Friday. See you on Monday. All the rest of you on the Studying Brew, we'll see you on next Tuesday. Be sure to get locked into our new and improved SIE Boot Camp happening dang near almost a week from now.
Literally a week from tomorrow.
A week from tomorrow. A week from tomorrow, we'll be doing the SIE Boot Camp. Go get your spot. All right, everybody. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. And keep the positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you all so much for being on. We so super appreciate you. Practice techniques in your quizzes.
Your
We will see
town,
you guys next time.
your city, your state.
Take care.
Good night.